I'm Lizle, and this is just my story of how I got to experience God's healing. It all happened during Encounter 4, and to be quite honest, I was a little apprehensive because I'd already done Encounters 1 to 3, and so Encounter 4 was just kind of just finishing off the course. I was a little bit apprehensive, and I think I came with a little bit of a, I don't know, just a sense of protection. And just preparing myself for anything that might come, because I thought to myself, okay, so it's deliverance, so God has got to deliver you of things now, and it's going to be embarrassing, and it's going to be exposing all these things that you're trying to keep hidden, like the sin that you're struggling with. I woke up and I had incredible pain in my shoulders. Now this is really nothing new for me, because I had been struggling with pain in my shoulders for about 6 years. A lot of people have prayed for me with regards to that. But I just thought to myself, you know what? Perhaps it's just stress, and because I'm a teacher and I mark a lot, I just thought, it came with the territory. And also, every time that people prayed for me, nothing really changed, and I always felt so bad to tell them, I actually don't feel better. So I would just be like, yeah, it's better. but I would go home a little bit disappointed, and I would ask God, why wasn't I healed? And I would make up all kinds of answers and think, okay, perhaps it's because you just don't have enough faith. Perhaps the person who prayed for you has enough, but you just don't have enough. I think it's just it was a workspace thing for me, that I need to work in order to get healing, and that's why I was so afraid of going to Encounter 4 for deliverance, because I thought, I hadn't worked hard enough on all of my issues, and I didn't want that to be exposed. That morning, the pain was just really, really intense, and I remember all through praise and worship, I really struggled to praise because I was in so much pain, and at one point while I was just trying to praise and lifting up my arms, it was so intense that I had to sit down and I just had to slouch. Kiara, one of the facilitators, came, and I was bracing myself like, oh Lord, here it comes. Like, what are you gonna show her? and she started to pray over me, and she affirmed my identity in Him. And I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting God to expose areas where I'm struggling, and just kind of reprimanding me. And God was just showing her the opposite of what I thought He should be showing her. She touched my shoulders, and she started just to rub it while she was praying. And I thought, sure, like, this is really nice because I'm in pain. And then I thought to myself, but you know what? Perhaps I should ask her just anyway, just to pray for my shoulders as well. And she said to me, but she actually felt like she should pray for my shoulders. That's why she was touching my shoulders. Again, it was nothing like I expected it. I was expecting, rebuking and all the heavy things that you would expect. And she was just praying God's authority really over my body, and for it to function the way that God had created it to function. I really asked God to just help me just to receive it, because I didn't expect Him to love me in that moment while I was very weak during that time, and so I'm not really expecting a healing, but I really want Him to help me to expect it. During that moment, I felt like this icy cold feeling over both of my shoulders, from my neck all the way, and I was freaking out because I didn't know what this was. I was going like this the whole time. I was just lifting up my shoulders, and I just realized, but the pain is gone. It was literally an instant. It was this cold sensation, and then it was gone. While we were talking, because we were both just hugging each other and getting all excited, suddenly I felt an intense knot, like just over here. It was so sore that my arm started to feel like it was going lame, and I thought, okay, perhaps you should just not say anything. I don't know, perhaps it'll just go away. But then I just felt it's like the Holy Spirit just saying no, and I thought to myself, I don't know, perhaps this is just the devil wanting to manifest somewhere else. And I just said, listen, Kiara, I feel so silly saying this, but the pain really is gone, and it's amazing. But suddenly it's like all of this pain is now suddenly here, and can we please pray for that? And the moment that she touched this spot over here, and she prayed, in an instant, it was just gone. The healing was amazing, but the thing that really stood out for me with regards to Encounter 4 was that God really comes in an unexpected way. You didn't have to work first in order to experience God's love. That it's actually upside down. You know, as God says, His kingdom is His love comes first, and then you know, He'll do the work for you. So I'm very thankful for my healing, but I'm even more thankful that He showed me His heart. Encounter 4, it's amazing. It's deliverance, but I've really also come to understand that it's an everyday walk. It's not a sprint. It's really like a long distance marathon. But I think every day for me definitely is a step in the right direction with God. So it's great.